Help a soul out on your journey.
Good. I'll await your... I'll await your...
Spare a coin for the hungry.
Stay sharp.
Careful. What do you need? Dead? And Alma's the one who did it. Since you've met her already, how about you take my notes to her? And feel free to look at them yourself. I'll stay here for now. Alma's far better at this than I am anyway. May Mather... I see the burden you carry, though you hide it well.
Greetings, my king. If you're seeing message, it means Caradoc has fulfilled his task, and the wheel of destiny has begun to turn. I am Orin, your majesty's devoted servant, and the apprentice of your friend Merlin. Nothing would bring me greater joy than meeting you face to face. Alas, that must wait, for our paths have yet to cross, though I hope it will be soon. In the meantime, please treat my home as your own. Make yourself comfortable. Rest from your hardships, and seek the knowledge you acquire. You have no idea how long I've been waiting for you, my king. I've memorized Merlin's plan for your resurrection. Yet I'm certain my master made a mistake somewhere. I just can't pinpoint quite where. The theory of revival itself, the technique for performing the ritual was flawless. After all, you always return to us. But I saw how much suffering each resurrection caused you. I wanted to find a way to bring you back to us as the person you truly wished to be. My king, I understand that what you and I have done was against the laws of nature. I know how many brave knights gave their lives so we could find a way to bring... My king, I understand that what Merlin and I have done was against... My king, I understand that what Merlin and I have done was against the laws of nature. I know how many brave knights gave their lives so we could find a way to bring you back. But their sacrifice was not in vain. With you here, Avalon has a chance to become a true paradise. And now, I believe I've found the way to make it happen.
No need for that, is there?
Yes? I saved.
I swear, if I catch that bastard. What? Aye, something happened. Some blighter broke in and stole every book. Not a loose page left. That's no something I'd like to think too much about. Aye, one of the soldiers. He threw a fit a few days ago, 'cause I wouldn't sell him the latest volume on. There's no chance I'd ever allow that. Aye, 'cause Deno, I'd be laughed out of his. Can't say I wouldn't be grateful. The lad's name is Walter. He's... So if you do find him, try not to rough him up too much. Well, welcome to Vrel's bookshop. Welcome back.
You doing okay? Hello there, strange-looking citizen. A reputation? Me? For what? Standing around looking tough? Oi, wait a moment. You think I stole those books? Beautiful Liliana is... I was saving up for the new volume. Now it's gone? How the hell am I supposed to know what happens to Liliana next? I dunno. But there's this red priest hanging around who loves scaring the crap out of soldiers. And you know what's worse? That damn priest saying Liliana's, he told me I'd grow hair on the inside of my palms. Is that even a thing? Damn brother Ismat got me paranoid. You're joking, right? Please tell me you're joking. What do I do? Is it gonna spread? Can I hold a sword? I can't live like this. Oh, he's probably at the Red Church headquarters. That's where they're always praying, and just be careful. The man's got a way of making you feel like you're already cursed. Creepy bastard. Catch you later, yeah?
Help a soul out on your journey, will you?
We are the sanctified martyrs. Through blood we strive for purity. Through purity we serve the people. Through service and duty we ascend to holiness. It is not the act alone. Yes? What reason do you have to interrupt my prayer? The body is a vessel of the Prophet's will, and its purpose is not to squander, but through the suffering of the body, I free myself from the snares of evil. I know which sinner you speak of. I also know he intended to read those books, tainted with lechery, because I know all too well what they do to minds prone to live, as I know what that man intended to do with his sweaty hands panting over the next chapter. He intended to stain his soul with sin. I only want to protect them from... I have no intention of taking responsibility. You will not provoke... Of course, I am a red priest about what shatters a person's dignity. My conscience is untroubled, thanks to my penance. We are the sanctified martyrs. Why do you disturb me again? And I don't appreciate it when someone interrupts my prayer. We are the sanctified martyrs. Why do you... The validity of any we are the Why do you... Very bold words. The pain will go, but the grace of K that I will receive... I thought so. We are the sanctified martyrs. Through blood we strive for purity. Why do you And I don't... We are the sanctified martyrs. Through blood we strive for purity. Why do you disturb me? And we are the sanctified martyrs. Through blood. Sanctified martyrs. Through blood we strive for purity. Through purity we serve. We are the sanctified martyrs. Through blood we strive for purity. We are the sanctified martyrs. Through blood we strive for purity. We are the sanctified martyrs. Through blood we strive for purity. Why do you disturb me? Yes, I stole those books that are thick with words. Yes, I stole those. What did I plan? The book... yes, you heard correctly. Do you think I don't know what's... need... I acknowledge that sin is a natural part of the soul, yet equally natural chasteness does not come easily. But that is why... Have you read As Hands That Stray Toward... So, what does someone like you glean from... Especially since it's written that a hand that lingers on selfish desire... Know this. Of course it serves a purpose. Meanwhile, how can a man be just to remind you? It is true that I must admit that maybe the soul of... I fear that sometimes this avoiding an admission... Your words, however. And there it is, stripping purity. You kill holy... What? How can you even speak like... I'll pretend I didn't hear. This is not... Would it not be... That is precisely as, brother... Through it is different, nevertheless, that such pleasures. So, what about my... Their own piece about the fact that those and a poison... Enough, straight. I see you've tried. The books will burn. Now... Why do and I we are the sanctified. Why do and I we are the sanctified martyrs. Through blood we strive for purity. We are the sanctified martyrs. We are the sanctified martyrs. Through blood we are the sanctified martyrs. Through blood we strive for Why do you Yes, yes. What did I chased. Have you hands? So, especially knows. Of course. Meanwhile, how can I just a remind? It is true. I must admit, maybe I fear that avoiding your word, and there it is, stripping you, kill. What? How can you even? I'll pretend. This is not. Would it not? That is as through it is nevertheless such pleasure. So, what about their own? About those and a poison. Enough. I see you. The books.
Having fun, are we?
Before you ask, no. I do not have any damned red priests. You'd think they'd have bigger problems than they don't have to like it. Well, thanks for looking in. One more thing. I can see you're alright. And I hope No, this time. This time it's serious. There's a stone tablet in Lord Devane's manor. A Delrida relic. The tablet was made by the Theud tribe and given to House Tarion as a token of friendship between the... It's cursed, I suppose. Look, I'm no Theud. I don't pretend to... the thicker the weirdness, the worse they get. And, well, we all know what happened to Lady Maeve. Aye, if I'd known, I would have said, but I didn't. No until the Stone Wardens reached out to me a while ago. I own a bookshop. I don't exactly have the social standing to march into Yvain's manor, and... Maybe it should. But it's also history. If the Stone Wardens are right, a piece of Delrida magic that survived on... Still, if it comes down to it, if it's a choice between taking it or leaving it behind to do more harm, ask any Ulf, and they'll tell you the whole Theud tribe isn't honourable. They'll also call the Volker a bunch of raving lunatics. But while I don't put much stock in prejudice, no everybody gets an open-door invitation to the Lord's manor just for showing up in Cunicht. It's not like I haven't tried. I spoke to that snake. He set a price so high, I'd have to sell my bookshop and still come up short. When I tell him I said I need to learn how to haggle. Why? Knowing that you might have saved many lives. Of course there's a reward. The stone... You know, I was just going to ask you to talk to Anselm for me. Just try not to get caught, or...
Nice to see you.
Stay quiet. Stay safe. Ah, it's you again. Are you now? My, have the paraphernalia of the Dalriata suddenly become fashionable while I wasn't looking? I told Pharrell the price, 2,000, and that's final. Oh, please. That tablet has been here for ages. What happened to Lady Maeve was tragic, of course, but I highly doubt it had anything to do with some For someone supposedly well-read, Pharrell could have come up with a better excuse. Who do you think I am? I cannot be bribed. Truly? Well, still, better you than Dalriata. She put us in a terrible position, you know. She came here and demanded, take the tablet, do whatever.
Have some spare food or coin?
Welcome back. Aye, it would be. Delrida know how to work stone in the most intricate way. I'm afraid I'll have to ask you not to part with it just yet. The Stone Wardens are waiting for it, and you're very strong. Here's the reward I promised. And I'm sure Kvor will...
Oh, hello there.
Prepare for battle.
A gift? Ah, I see. And you lug that now. Let's take a look. Ah, so that's what happened. This is why I don't trust magic. The simplest... Well, there is now, but no. I don't know the runes well enough to be certain, so I'll have to ask the Thoyd brothers for details. At least now they can rest easy, knowing their tribe hasn't done something so dishonorable. Aye, and I'd say because of cracks between people too. If we hadn't strayed so far from one another, then again, maybe not. Maybe fate makes no mistakes. Ah, but you're not here to listen to a blacksmith getting maudlin. Here, this is for your trouble.
If you're here to... Ah.
The air changed the moment you arrived.
He might have been, but I don't recall us ever meeting in person. Merlin had many apprentices, and Nimue was the most gifted among them. But even she never spoke in my presence. It is possible Merlin forbade his students from speaking to me, though why he would do such a thing. But Orin seems devoted to a cause he believes in. It's a refreshing perspective, and unlike any we've seen so far. Honestly, I had hoped his discoveries might help me recover some of my lost memories. Sadly, they did not. I remember what Merlin and I chose to do. I simply thought I could reconstruct the reasoning behind our decision. But it seems even Orin wasn't certain of that. I regret that Merlin didn't share his thoughts and decisions with his apprentices. They might have helped us now. I'm not ready to answer that question. And I sense the final decision won't be mine to make. You're more important than you think. In the end, Orin's opinion.
Who dares disturb me? Have you come here to mock me? So, it's mockery you're after. As if you don't know. As if everyone doesn't know and hate me for what I've done. Fine. If you find my fate so amusing, why don't you rot here with me forever? They've gone quiet. It's so peaceful now. It's been ages since I last... Oh, my sweet sister. What have I was hanged, but they were yet. I don't like my music, and that I know she... I wish I could... Such bitter... No, she don't. I realize that. But now, we're both dead. All I want is peace. She did? Does that mean she forgives me? Regardless, if this is the end of our torment, I just... Please, don't place us in this chamber.
Oh, hello there.
Why? Are you wondering if I, too, had a torrid affair with a court musician? No. The only bard we had was Taliesin. He was old, smelled of stale wine, I'm quite certain all those tales of his beauty came from him alone. The court itself was not my favorite place to be.
Help a soul out on your journey, will you?
Good day.
Oi, you, stranger. Got a minute or not? Good to see you, stranger. Not many souls pass through these lands anymore. A weird night hit, and I ran out of cobweb. Nothing to worry about. I'm Kedrun of the Volker tribe, by the way. And you're clearly not from around here. Just don't tell me you're a Camelosian spy. I'll fight you if I... Bold of you. If I weren't injured, I might have fought you anyway. But since you're already here, and I need some time to pull... And to answer the question you haven't asked yet, yes, there's something in it for you. Oh, you could, but you wouldn't get far. I need you to find Gerfan and inform him of my situation. He's also the one who can grant you safe passage through our lands. The capital, you can't miss it. It looms over everything. Used to be the place where all the tribes came together. Head for the sword on the horizon. Gerfan is the voice of the tribes, chosen long ago, back when his name carried weight. They say Mather herself blessed the runes of his fate. Now, he's just... But I'll give him this. He still believes, still tries to gather the tribes. The tribes are too busy tearing each other apart. Those days of sitting together, there's no future left. Still, you should meet him. A gathering of the Dalrita tribes used to happen in times of peace or war, whenever something needed all of us to act. But there hasn't been one in years. Not since the fall of the Gunvalder tribe. Everything's scattered now. From long ago, from back when we still carried the respect of our people, I was a scribe, witness to the choices that shaped the tribes. I was there when tankards slammed in unity, or axes had... Gerf trusted me, told me things he'd never share in public. His dark, but things change. You'll meet plenty of Dalrita out here. Decide for yourself what... Nah, I'll be fine. Just make sure Gerfan knows... Sure, no need to gossip. Though I'll admit, it was nice talking...
Well, what do we have here? Let's see. Weird stone for controlled heat. No scorching, no volatile loss. Just steady extraction. Most alchemists would spend weeks overcomplicating this. But Tyrannus? A few lines straight to the point. If he trusts you to handle this, perhaps you're worth the trouble. There's always more to... Until next time. Until next.
Look, Raylan. The alchemist's little lady sent her lapdog.
Aye.
So, dog, speak. And we've got no...
Don't you drag this out, outsider.
Raylan, check it.
No much.
Not much. You heard him. We lost 3 of our brothers on this job. You think we can just go back to the village and...
Double it.
You did it! Wonderful! I don't think I need to hear the details. I'm deeply grateful. Here's a reward for your efforts. Oh, and one more thing. You've proven yourself trustworthy, so you'll You've already done so. That said, there's one more. The Guild has been trying to get in touch with Dolph Jonkheer for a while now. All I know is that he was supposed to be conducting research in the territory of the Sven tribe. He's one of the senior members of the Guild, although I didn't see him much. He spent What's concerning is that he's not familiar with the Dalraita tribes, and the situation in that region is unstable. I appreciate it. Don't worry, there's nothing suspicious about this. Hope you'll find...
We have company. I've taken down bigger foes. You'll regret this. You're in for a world of hurt. We have company. This is my lucky day. Someone's out there! You'll regret this! Your money or your life! We'll...
non-Rita wandering through these frigid lands. It takes courage, or perhaps folly. Sit, if it pleases you. A warm flame is rare here. The farther north you go, the less life you'll find. I'm an old Dalrita. I couldn't care less anymore. You, though? You look like someone who's never had to My advice, leave them be. And if you're fool enough to poke one, run like hell while you still can. I am Vati. Little else of me is worth knowing. Yet not in my case, stranger. I'm just... You, however, seem sharp, strong, and you're not from here. That much is... Well, I'll be. I haven't heard a tale like that in years. And what do you need those cursed trinkets for? A mission, you say? I'm afraid, however, that in this ruined village, you won't find what you're looking for. Gerfan. That old codger might finally prove useful to someone for a change. Camelot. They butchered almost everyone from the Gunvaldir tribe. Old Frode, Gunvaldir chief, knew the Camelosians were coming. He called for aid, but no one answered his plea. Now, his firstborn wages his own war in the south. They call him One-Eye now. The last I heard, his people had taken the temple up. Among the Dalrita, there were rumors that their giants had begun to stir. Look for yourself. Still sleeping like the dead. A wakened giant would have been just another burden on their already troubled heads. And royalist heads seem far less suited to... Here? No. What happened here was a slaughter. Folks lose their wits there. For as long as I recall, restless Dalrita lingered within its walls, but then the Gunvaldir decided to look after them. Gunvaldirs had close ties to the spirits of their ancestors. They took it. In return, the spirits granted them strength. Frode and his people thought moving the battle within the fortress walls would give them advantage. The only tribe living close enough were the Ulfar, but trust me, most would rather let the dead remain dead. It's surprising he's still alive, I won't deny. But I understand how he gathered loyal warriors. They break away and rally to the banner of the proud warlord, a madman's fight against the oppressor. I was once a scribe, and true to my calling. I live in the past, stranger. I won't tell you anything of value. I have little contact with the tribes these times. The words of an... You'd be better off discovering things for yourself.
It's crawling with monsters out there, isn't it? I'm hiding here. They call me Runner because I'm a fast runner. If I were still with my tribe, I'd have introduced myself as but Scarin the Skin Taker gave me that name. Not really. My greatest sin was being a Gunvolder who survived. Can you believe that? As if surviving is beneath the Del Rita. So I joined Scarin the Skin Taker's band. We were like a family until Scarin decided. He's the top dog around here. After I joined him, he called me Runner. Said it was for how fat. He's one mean son of a bitch. At first, it seemed like we all shared the same idea. He sees conspiracies everywhere. Out of here. Anywhere. I've got just one last piece. But I need a lot more strength before I finish my mission. And all these monsters... I want to get rid of Scarin the Skin Taker. He shouldn't rule over anyone, and he certainly shouldn't try to unite all... But if he succeeds, the way he is now, he'd have us attacking our own brothers. One Eye's off to his war, and word is that Gurfhan war with One Eye for going after Camelot. Either way, it ends with us spilling more. But it's the truth. And I was thinking, if you're willing. You see, if Scarin were to be killed by someone outside the Del Rita, my nameless brothers will see the truth. And we'll live in peace. Great! That's what I like to hear. Bring me his head, and I'll share what I took when I... You won't be disappointed.
Soft, like a crack in the air before, but it slipped away. Did you hear it? Maybe you weren't listening in the right... I'm trying to hear what remains of it. It was the first truth. We remember only the weight of its absence. It wasn't a word, and it wasn't a sound. Before we knew how to shape clay and burn fields, before we named anything at all, not a rule, not a command, just the right. I don't think it meant to leave us behind. Because it's the only thing that everything else is broken. It's real. Because nothing else... Maybe the stone... Thank you for listening. I sense the presence of a soul. The veil stirs. I awaken. I am the observation construct, set here long ago by my creators. Of them, no trace remains. Yet you bear the soul mark of a creator. Faint, flickering, but shall I speak what I have seen? Time is not mine to measure. If you seek such knowledge, find the one the creators named, or ask the construct for watching Outlanders. You must choose what I shall speak of. Would you know of the living that pass through this place? Or the signs carved upon stone? Or the bones and the other still organic matter? So be it. None like you have passed this way in many cycles. None who bore such light in the soul. The stone is painted history. The first carved their truths into the walls, signs not bound by the turning of time. I watched as stars marked their days, the gut of the mountain, the giant's eye. The sky bore witness when the primordial fell. The pattern remains for those who know how to follow it, but few now do. One rests still, a skull of the first, cradled on a pedestal, delicate. Perhaps the old tales speak true, that the creators sprang from those ancient ones. The signs point that way, but to say more would be beyond my knowing. A greater construct would be needed. I do not know this word. I was woken by the hand of creators, or perhaps by their will. I wake to presence. The watch is ended. When another soul walks this ground, take this as a memento of our meeting. I sense the presence of a soul. Stay sharp.
I'll strike you down. You'll regret this.
Back to your hovel, coward. Gold belongs to us now. Your armor won't save you. Your wealth is ours. You're in for... It's just a flesh wound.
Hello there, and sorry I haven't much time for chatter, I'm afraid. I was just about to set off again. I don't like traveling after nightfall. Wyrdness. Now that one's got a cruel appetite, so best keep moving, right? Of course. In all this hurry, I forgot my manners. But do not call me a lady. Though, my father would probably... Some knights aren't too fond of having a woman. Yes. He's a bit, overprotective. He never made it to the Round Table himself, so he pinned his hopes on my brothers. One ended up as a pet, left him bitterly disappointed. And, well, even if I've come much, much farther than they... Why? I suppose I thought it would make me count. I read that even among the Knights of the Round Table, there were few women. Oh, what a wonderful life. Forlorn Swords. But, if you don't mind, I'd rather keep the purpose of my journey. I'd hate to jinx it, having come this far already. The road to Burrow to Connacht... Yes. I heard they're not really friendly to... But I've no intention of getting in anyone's way. Besides, I'm not exactly searching for something most... Thank you.
You're from outside, aren't you? Silly question. You don't look like anyone from the tribes. Tell me, do you know anything about One Eye? Of course. I'm Olwyn of the Svein tribe, though I don't know if they'll let me keep that name after running away like this. But I don't care. My tribe isn't what it used to be. I doubt anyone... I don't know if I can talk about it. It's still too raw. Our god, the Lord of the Hunt, he got out. Out of where, faithful or not, it didn't matter. I'm sorry. Even under normal circumstances, that would be risky. I don't know how many are left, but if I were you, I'd go to Gurfhan first. He can give you a pass, so you can visit the tribes without... Well, so if you value your life, go to the capital first. So, about One Eye. I think that's good news, right? After what happened here, in my tribe, the Svein, I'd rather die for something than die for nothing. Well, thank you for the information.
Hello. Oh, by the piggish wounds. That looks like a four-dweller's skull. Quickly, let's hide it. Who knows how people may react to seeing something like this? Tell me, what was it like? What did you see? That's remarkable. And it still worked after... I've heard of constructs before. I always thought they were just stories told about... But they were said to activate only in the presence of a four-dweller. Sure, keep your secrets. I know there's something inside you. Whatever it is, it helped us make the discovery of the century. So tell me, what else did this construct say? That's it! By the gods, that's proof! They just evolved over the centuries, learning to tame the weird. And if they evolve, live. Cave paintings? With their story. But now, I can thank you. Here, take this for your reward and for your... I hope only...